Good morning. Let me get my volume. It's not on. There you go. Good morning. Now you can hear me. So, yes, I'm back. We had an accomplished trip. I would say it was very challenging every step of the way. And we made it home. Just on the ride, getting the plane home, I was told that I was too young to be in a handicap chair from all my colon issues. I really can't walk far. So that was a hoot. And then we forgot my walker that I use. Doug, they sent me down on a bench and he went to get the car. Someone was blocking his car, so I got someone to go and get that fixed. Then he got through and came to get me. And our car now is one that once it's been turned on, or as long as you have a key on you, which I had a key in my purse, but he lost his keys in that short little period of time. So we go to get some food at Sprouts, and he realizes he doesn't have a key to turn it back on. So he found his keys. We went through that, but this is how the whole time was. I'm just giving you one evening. So we go home. We go up the elevator with all our luggage, got in, and all of a sudden I could hear him screaming. And here he was, the elevator had shut down. It wouldn't let him in or out. So I'm just telling you, so you know that's the way our whole trip went. We enjoyed seeing the little ones. Chance and I had a great talk. He just got chosen to move up a grade to hot work, be on the soccer team with older children, older young men, I guess I should say. So he was very excited. We went to a soccer game and all that good stuff people do. But yeah, it was very challenging. And we kind of just laughed along with it. We made it home all together. And so let's see how everyone here is doing. So today's message is I see some people maybe didn't get the message or forgot. So good morning, Christina and Carol and Paul Freed. All of you, thank you for coming back. Jules, learning to listen. So the second thing I want to do is give you first I'm going to give you a message from Divine Mother, and then I'm going to give you one of the divine cards along with it, since we look like we have plenty of time today. So let's take a minute and close our eyes, and we're going to ask Mother and Father to come and sit down within your heart. I've already created a protection around all of us. Good. And let's say our mantra. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And take a breath. Whew. And we're going to ask not only Mother, but all the um, ascended masters, all the angels, and beings from the universe who are traveling with their light and are committed, that are willing to come and be with us. We welcome that. All right. So, good morning, Marby. Well, I just said my trip is very challenging. Not what you would think. But what we realized, I'll give you another for instance. You know how in every hotel room, and we were in like a higher up one, you would think there'd be a chair in the room to sit and relax. Well, there wasn't. So my husband would go downstairs. Well, there's no chair. Well, the rooms are what they are. And then there's a chair that the back is straight and it goes out this way. So neither of us could even sit in that one and stay in the chair. So we know now we're going to make sure wherever we plan to go, there's a chair. I guess we didn't even think about changing location. I don't know. So it was little things like that to see how upset we could get, I guess. And I hope your week for all of you was good and made you think and have a few awarenesses of that's someone outside playing. Do you hear that? Oh well. It's always something. But the lake was here, the palm trees, all the geese and all were still here when we came back. It was beautiful. So, of course, they want me, my little 10-year-old, he goes like this. No, no, no. No more 5 years not coming. Because it had been 5 years since we had been there. So I'm not allowed to do that again. You know, time flies when you're, I guess, enjoying life. What can I say? All right, so we're ready. We're going to call the angels and the masters in. And Christina. Christina's our first person. So good morning, Christina. And as I reach my hand of the white glove, I wish you to follow me. We're going to go to a river, perhaps similar to what you might think of in Colorado, fast-moving river. Lots of water. And there we stand together, hand in hand. And I would like to ask you, in reference to your own life, what does that mirror to you? What does that fast-moving river bring to you that is existent within your life? And I want to see what your response is. So I hope you're there, Christina. Can you at least say yes? I'm going to tell you what Mother brings here for you is the swiftness of your negative thoughts. And I know you wouldn't have thought that, but I want you to stop and look at it. That it's one after another, after another, after another. It keeps moving, it keeps moving. And the idea is to hold your energy in your heart in love. Yes, there is a possibility for the river to turn pink. But it's not that it was a color today, it was its movement. And perhaps that's another way for you to begin to understand yourself and to see how on all many levels you are, is what is the movement? Is the movement towards light? Is the movement towards dark? And I understand that all of you could desire light. But sometimes we have to look with a clear eye, with the eye of God. What is God seeing in how you are presenting your thoughts and your existence to Him? Because once you're connected with Him, He's going to see everything. So this is just a bit of awareness, and I hope that helps you to help you move along, to move into a positive thought process. All right? Many blessings. Paul Freed, good morning again. So I'm just going to give you a message from Mother. So as you take her hand with the white glove, she shows you walking with a lot of past baggage on you. Maybe she's talking about your mother and other people in your life, that you're holding on to them and not letting you, Paul, live the freedom of the life that you have been given. So I want to understand this comes lovingly, and for you to contemplate and give yourself permission to be free. And it may not be a freedom that you think you desire, but it is a freedom in your evolution on the path that is kind of required, that there is nothing that you have to hold on to or attach to, whatever words you may be using. And your angelic person is waiting a little bit in front of you for you to catch up, but it's only you in your light that can move forward to her in your life, not everyone else you're taking with you. So many blessings to you, Paul. Okay. Okay, Paul, I see you. I gave you your message, I guess, just now. And it was about walking forward without all the baggage of all the people that you feel are keeping you safe or awake. And they're wanting you to find the courage to walk forward. There's a guardian angel there waiting to support you, but you have to come free of that because it's too confusing if you walk forward uh, with everything. So many blessings. So, Jules, Paul says he got it. Good. Driving from Monterey home. So I'll just be listening today. Thank you for everything as always. Well, I'll go ahead and give you your message. Safe driving, by the way. So, Jules, as I reach out Mother's hand to you, she shows me a lot of desk, places where people would sit. So she is requesting for you to talk about the light, maybe more than you are, and that to see people there who will be hearing you and to become confident. Think about what is there about the light that you feel the most confident about? What is it that anchors you down into your root? And that's where you begin, where you come into the picture with God. And that's how you help others to begin to become within his arms and to be secure and walking forward, knowing that he is the light. So this is where we're going today. I hope this brings awareness to you and blessings on your trip. Many blessings. All right, Marby. My trip, I don't want to talk about it anymore. You can hear it from the beginning. Oh, I got very dehydrated. It was very interesting. So, Marby, all right. All right. So, I'm going to offer you my hand and take you up the ladder, the circular stairway, which is white. And we're going to go up to where the doors open, opportunity or awarenesses. And we're going to go open the door. We're going to go down two to the left and have you come in there to get your understanding today. Very good. So now, happiness, I know we've talked about. I want to talk about sadness. And this is where you can begin to help yourself because you do know what happiness is. You do know how it feels and you know how to express it through your smile and your laughter. So what is coming up in your growth pattern here is a place where for a long, long time there's been a sadness. I want to say it's with a feminine, perhaps a mother or a grandmother, or a sadness about something that you maybe to not look at it, you totally ignore it. So I'm offering you to take the opportunity to offer the love you resonate to this spot of sadness deep in the lower part of your heart. It's been there quite a while. It may have even be other generations and lifetimes. But once there's a pattern that's there, it's going to show up all along your path. So this is taking you back to a real seed moment about before you can truly have the ultimate happiness, you must have healed the sadness by that gift that you have. So I hope you understand me, and many blessings. And I forgot to give people their cards, so let me pull one for you. This is very interesting. The card is letting go. Today, remembering that God is within and around me, I release myself to God's hands and regain my inner peace. I know God is providing me that which is most beneficial for my soul. I know that God is sending angels to me to help face any difficulties that arise. I let go into God's will, knowing the best is yet to come. Beautiful flowers, beautiful doves. So in the process of letting this go, Marby, I think you're going to see a lot of changes happening for you. All right, so let me go back because I forgot to get Jules a card. Oh, my creative power. Pretty, pretty card. I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. I know how I can use them to build or destroy. Today, I choose to use my thoughts to create a universe filled with joy and harmony. I will maintain a positive attitude. I have the power to create love and peace. All right. Let's see. Paul Freed, let me pull a card for you. All right. This is called awareness. And perhaps that's to become aware of energy you're giving to that which isn't even there anymore. I open my conscious to my true self. I understand that I am here to grow, to free myself from conflict, and to discover who I really am. Today I release illusion and the limitations of the material world in order to elevate my being towards the eternal light. I grow stronger and stronger as I explore the wonderful being that I am. And Paul, that one's for you. I had forgotten all about we were doing cards also today. So Christina, right? Okay. So here's a card for you, Christina. You can almost see that sitting as you. Unity. Today I bring my attention into the present moment and where I become one with my inner light. As I make this conscious correction, I find myself centered in my heart and to begin to glow with my own divinity. Union with my inner light provides me with a wise and stable base from which I can now live every day of my life. Very nice. And I think that's what you want. All right. So, who else is here? Let's see. Okay, Barbara. Good morning. Certainly you can. I wish for you to take my hand, Barbara, and come with me to the garden. And I desire to support you to have the garden speak to you. And which are you drawn to? The vegetables, the beautiful tree that provide fruit, or what feeling about the garden exists for you? You know, the garden consists of many levels of our life. And as we go within the heart with the monk and we sit with him, he begins to teach us how to pull the weeds out of the garden to heal our heart. So, what I'm hoping to allow you to have is that your garden, however it is in this moment, is going to become richer, more fuller, when you begin to see that which doesn't belong for you. And you give them a pull and you let them go. And then there's going to become a great strength that's going to impart itself into your world from within you. And you may be a little frightened about that at first, and yet allow it to become a liquid experience. That it just is. It's just the truth of who you are. Finally, after you've pulled some of these weeds, allowing you to be you. So many blessings, Barbara. And today I'm also pulling a card. And this is saying beyond limitation. So today I exceed my own expectations. I open my consciousness to the infinite. There are no limitations. There is no end. Everything is unfolding in a continuous now. Therefore, I open my thoughts toward a broader horizon. I look beyond my perception of reality, beyond all my barriers created from my own beliefs and fears. I am now open to new possibilities, which you will find and come full balance within the garden. Work within your heart. All right, let's see. The thing isn't moving. So that was for Barbara. No, it went away. But I've heard people saying that there is an amusement park in heaven. Is that true? Love, to have fun? Love is always about being happy, having fun, having an immense amount of love inside of you, and to have a new perception about your world and your life. So if you're thinking of your relatives who are in heaven, there you have everything you need. There is no want or desire. It is very different. We're here in a classroom where we are attempting to create scenarios to learn from, just like the messages I give. Perhaps you need to look at things a little different here on earth to get where you're going. But I'm going to wish that you begin to find your amusement park inside yourself and be in laughter and be free and see where that guides you to in a different way in your life. I think then you'll love to have fun. Okay? I'm already saying hi to Barbara. Okay, so we're a little early. Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask me? No? Well, I pulled an extra card. This one is about attaining peace. Look at that one. Let's see what it says. Today I turn within to find the source of my experiences. There I find the peace that comes from seeking truth. I understand that the riches I discover within myself have a greater value than all the wealth of the outside world. Step by step, I continue my spiritual quest. Little by little, I free myself, rising ever higher and attaining true inner peace. I think that's very good for our day. The lone rider. And yet, the lone rider's never alone, right? We'll always have God within us and all the angels. Anybody you want in that room, you need only ask. Barbara says, thank you. Nobody has a question? Many blessings to you. I'm glad I'm back too. I'm glad. So I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. I certainly had to see my grandchildren, you can tell, but no. And I really hadn't realized that we've been here for 5 years and not seen any of them. And I can tell you they look totally different. My grandson Chance is a young man. He has a little, what do you call that, attitude in his walk. And I'm like, well, who are you? He liked to wear the hoodie. I guess everybody where he goes to school wears their hoodie all the time. But it was very full of joy to see him and the little one. We call him the little one, but he's 10 years old, but he acts about 6. So I don't know if that happened because of the COVID. And he's the one that you could see that reaction in the fact that he didn't have that level of schooling or whatever during that time. But they're working on it. But always wants attention. Yeah. And we kind of met the whole family and friends who we came and helped us move our stores. So we had one day that was a complete day of everyone coming together and just acting as if it was their own. Literally, my daughter did. She wanted everything. I said, no, I'm still here. So, any other things? We went in the plane, and I don't know if you've flown Southwest lately, but this is for recreation only. The seats are very small. You have to get a extender because the seat belts come out this far, very little. And I wonder how they have enough. And when they go to land, you go way up to your head so it's not like a plane ride we'd really ever had before that was very sketchy. I guess they were new planes. So I guess that's how they found to make even more money by squishing people closer together. We were very uncomfortable with it. So we got off, we're done. We won't be going there again on that plane. So I'm glad to see you all back. I hope you had a good couple weeks. First 3 days were like summer. They swore that we brought Florida weather with us. The problem was that we got the cold weather at the end of the week. I was freezing. Not a good place to be when you're used to 80, 90 degree weather every day. But I did my best. And Christina, are you still here? How did you enjoy your message? If you're here, if not, that's fine. I can see y'all didn't want to overwork me for the first day back. What can I say? I lost 3 pounds. I'm on a special diet and I could not get any of the foods I'm allowed to eat. So I was always hungry. Oh, let's see what else I can tell you about. For instance, when we got there, my daughter opened up her SUV. It was pretty much filled within an hour. What's going on here? It was interesting. Of course, I like to say, oh, okay. So Christina says she loved her message. Good. I think that's a great thing. And I think you'll be surprised how much it's going to help you. I'm glad I got to hear from you, Christina. You know, you can always say. But many blessings too over there in that Grecian sunlight. You too, I guess, must have great weather, right? All right, everybody. I guess I'm going to head off. I'll be back on Monday for healing the Eye of Horus, which we've all been learning so much more about. Uh, we'll talk about it then. And thank you for all the time you all took to come and to hear me today and share what you need from anyone's message. Use it for yourself. That is what our community here today is about, is messages come, but if it fits for you, then you take and use it. I want to say about what Paul asked about the amusement park. I had one teacher that had us for a week every day watch um, roller coasters. And at the moment, we didn't really understand why. And every day he'd tell us a little bit more. But it was about fear. A lot of people are afraid of roller coasters and finding a balance. So it took something, it transformed something within us because in the week we had shifted and we all didn't know exactly at that point how to say. But it might be something there is on the internet. Put in roller coasters, and there's one you can just watch and see how it emotionally makes you feel, and how when you get used to it, then you're different with it. You might find that to be a good um, practice. And we did it for a week. You don't have to do it for forever. And find a place inside of you that's like going, ah, and then like, oh, this is enjoyable. It's different. I'm just saying to you, you must try it. And let me know, those who did. And we can talk about it. But yeah, we thought he was crazy when he told us. And then we did it and we found a great fear of what we don't know. And you don't always know what you're afraid of until it shows up. And because you want to be instead in that place where you can handle it a different way. I guess that's it. And we found in this trip, we handled a lot of things a different way. We're like, oh, okay. And the one we stayed at was our third one. So it just wasn't, we just got that impression we weren't supposed to be there. And yet everyone around us was wanting us not to leave. So I wish you many blessings and the light and the love you find this week. Know that it's always there and always waiting for you. When you look up at the clouds, know the angels are smiling back. We know how the angels look flying in the clouds, almost human-like. But you'll see them go by once you start asking for them to show themselves, and it's quite beautiful. And then to know that they're showing you, they're coming there to let you know they're there. And for those who just can't imagine why you would have that, well, you all do. You all have angels. You all have teachers. Um, I don't use the word guides because that's in a lower level. I work in the master level, so if you get there, you would have a master teacher. And Paul wants everyone to have a great week. Guess weekend. I say I'm all confused about where I'm at and who I am. My older grandson, my favorite. I'll let you know. I have favorites. He had always wanted crystals all his life and wanted to know all about him. And I heard a couple months before I went that he didn't want to be spiritual anymore. So I didn't approach the subject with him. And then he goes to show me about his trip to England and Paris and all the beautiful spiritual things he saw. It was very fascinating. And on one of them, there was a being that was all white. I said, well, what do you think that is? Oh, it's just a human. I go, how did he become white? I don't know. But it was interesting that he just was so far away from that, even though he was sitting there showing me. I said, well, did you see Mother Mary's grave? Because, they have the roses that take you right up to the Louvre where she's buried. He goes, oh, yeah, it was very powerful. So now you tell me, do you think that's a spiritual boy or not? Gotta see you. Blessings. Bye-bye. See you on Monday.